You can look at his videos and see how annoying she is. Like, and you can look at his face. We all know what that face looked like. That this bitch here, here she go again. You see it. Like every one of us up here know what that face looked like and have been seeing it in their videos for the past 2-3 years.
But the paperwork is saying it's because of infidelity. Y'all, I don't know, but now I'm wondering, is Christy going to make a statement of her own, and is she going to really put it on the floor? Because is this truly about something that happened after they're separated, or was something going on before the separation even started?
I think that we have no idea who these people are. I think that Christy could be a fucking bitch behind camera.
Ain't shit funny anymore, Desmond. You probably heard famous TikTok couple Christy and Desmond Scott are filing for divorce. Well, she has filed, and apparently it's over infidelity, allegedly. One would think that after 15 years together with his childhood sweetheart, who's a gorgeous woman and has 2 kids and a custom-built home and a multi-million-dollar business, would try his best to keep it in his pants so that he can stay afloat with this relationship. But you know what? That's not the case. And this is why I'm always emphasizing to you guys to stop idolizing couples online. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care all the fun pranks they do. I don't care how much he's showing you how generous he is. You do not know what these people are going through behind the scenes. I just told y'all in my most recent video, stop wishing you had what other people have, because you're gonna get exactly what they have. And I promise you, you would not want what she's dealing with right now. I wish Christy the best, and I applaud her for moving forward with a divorce, because obviously that is not an easy choice to make, especially after you spent your whole life with your partner. And she is still very young. I'm pretty sure she is 30 or 31, so she's fine. She has her 2 kids. She's built her wealth. She has her beautiful new home. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But she will survive this. But yeah, crazy, isn't it? Not really that crazy.
Some of y'all might not like this, but honestly, I'm not shocked about the whole Christy and Desmond thing, because she was really annoying. Imagine being in your 30s and stumping around your house, around your spouse in heels, just making hella noise, just stumping around like a little kid. Imagine that, especially when you just want to have a nice, peaceful, quiet evening and you got your spouse running around clamping heels and just running around like a goddamn maniac. And imagine you trying to cook and then she slams her hand down in the flour and the eggs and make a big mess. See that? I'm surprised he was even able to hide his emotion behind the camera, because that would have really sent me over. I just feel like that man got tired and he just got so annoyed to the point where it's just like he was done. Imagine having to fake through a camera all the time. And that's part of the reason why I don't really like social media.
So Desmond is the one who no longer wanted to be with Christy and not the other way around. Y'all, I knew the information was going to start coming out, but I did not think it was going to get this muddy this fast. Desmond has posted on his IG story, and he states that he first wants to apologize to Christy, their kids, family, and anybody that all this public attention is impacting. But he wants to make it clear that he's still going to be a present and active father to their children like he has always been. But it's the third paragraph for me. So he says at the end of December 2025, he told her that he wanted to separate. And at that time, he went and made some decisions that he's not so proud of, and that he took accountability for that. He was responsible. He went to her direct and personal with it. And at that time, they discussed it and decided to divorce. So now I am confused, because you said you don't want to be with her, but the paperwork is saying it's because of infidelity. Y'all, I don't know, but now I'm wondering, is Christy going to make a statement of her own, and is she going to really put it on the floor? Because is this truly about something that happened after they're separated, or was something going on before the separation even started?
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Here's my theory. Because it's weird. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about, these two are getting a divorce, apparently. And my theory is this. Because apparently he cheated. That was the whole thing. I was kind of holding out. I was like, well, I mean, just because it says infidelity doesn't mean physical. It could be emotional. And then he came out with a statement. It was like, yeah, I fucked somebody else. But here's my theory. My theory is, because I just found out that they were Jehovah's Witnesses. I didn't know that. I had no idea they were Jehovah's Witnesses. And he wasn't a Jehovah's Witness before he met her. So my theory is, maybe he got a little tired of Jehovah's Witnessisms and he wanted out. But from what I'm understanding, you can't just bounce from Jehovah's Witnessisms like that. So he fucked his way out. I don't know. Because it's weird. They were just recording content. So
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but I'm not surprised that Desmond cheated on Christy. Baby, I seen that come up from a mile away. When you are a booked, busy, successful woman at that, and granted, he's successful too. But if you look at the account, she's literally doing all the other work. All of the videos, all of the funny pranks, all the videos that make us laugh. So of course everyone's going to be in her DMs trying to book her. I remember one day I was scrolling through her account and I was like looking at the videos and I was looking at all these events that she goes to. And then in my head, I'm like, who is filming these videos? Is Desmond even there? Like, he probably out cheating right now. Once you give men a little bit of space, they make a lot of motherfucking space to the point where it's taking up your space. Now, granted, it's so nice to be in a relationship, but man, is it nice to be single. It is so nice to be single. You can't, I'm telling y'all, y'all think she working now? Maybe after this divorce, she going up, she going to the motherfucker. She thinks she up now. She thinks she up now. Somebody gonna snatch her up. Somebody, a celebrity, a A-list celebrity might snatch her up. I'm not even lying.
For every bad bitch, is a nigga tired of fucking her. That's you can look at his videos and see how annoying she is. Like, and you can look at his face. We all know what that face look like. That this bitch here she go again. You see it. Like, every one of us up here know what that face look like and have been seeing it in their videos for the past 2-3 years. Every one of us has. If you go watch her video, you can see that nigga. I just sent you another video where she was in the bus. They was on a bus stop and she was singing and being ratchet and tapping him in his lips and shit, talking about I might not be his piece, but I'm his home. Like, I don't condone cheating, obviously. However, I do understand in this situation, like, you can't leave. There's only one way out. You know, marrying a Jehovah's Witness is like signing a death row. It's hard to get out of there. So he did what he had to do.
I think from my perspective, I think for one, people do have to stop idolizing. People should stop idolizing celebrity couples in an unproductive way or unhealthy way. Not even just celebrity influencer couples, right? Because people get, it was called parasocial. It's a parasocial relationship when people get tied to people they don't know. And it's only like one, you know, like this person has no idea who you are, but you're tied to their relationship. I think that we have no idea who these people are. I think that Christy could be a fucking bitch behind camera. You know, soon as that like funny shit, like soon as she done doing that crazy shit, she could be a bitch. And we have no idea. Like, it's a lot of actors, like a lot of female actresses who motherfuckers like, yo, she's a bitch, like, to be around, stuff like that. So we never know who people actually are. And I think in situations like this, like for me, I want to learn. Like, I would love to pick his brain, you know, as somebody who's been in a relationship for that long. And since they was 14, they got together. They got 2 kids. They're getting money. Like, I would love to learn what would make you, you know, not want to be with this woman, you know? And I think more people should kind of come to it with that perspective of like I want to learn your perspective. Like, what made you want to go down this route? Like, just ask questions, you know, see people's perspectives. Yeah, like I think we just got to kind of sit back, see what information come out and try to learn and stop, you know, idolizing people's relationships, because a lot of them just show you one side. So
I think just looking at only the information that we have and the things that they have released, I mean, that brother let it be known, you know, he was, you know, really infatuated with her. Like, he really wanted her, like, it almost goes back to, I think, like middle school. And he was willing to do what it took to be able to be in her presence. And if you feel like that about a woman, and then all of a sudden you don't want to be around her anymore, you want to leave, the most that I could think is definitely annoyance, especially if she didn't step out on you. And it's like, you probably look at the fact that this has no signs of stopping. It will always be like this. And he probably decided to himself, you know, hey, I don't want to do this. I probably had a different vision coming into this. Didn't know that the social media thing was going to take up so much of the relationship. and it just took a toll on him. And like the bro said, there was no way out except for him to fuck his way out. That's what I think based on the information that they gave us. But of course, more will develop. But just looking at it, if you ain't got a way out and you really want to be done, he has some sacrificial sex, basically.
All right, so check this out. I mean, a lot of those takes are interesting, but I don't want to really invalidate them because we don't have a lot of information. But I kind of have a different perspective on what probably happened. A lot of people did mention that they got together really young, but we don't take into consideration that people can easily grow in different directions. Who you are as a 15-year-old or whatever the hell they were, they're definitely not what they are right now, right? He's became a man, she's became a woman. It could have been just in very different directions. There were some mentions about her being like annoying and all of that, but contrary to popular belief, almost every successful creator, all that stuff is premeditated and fake, rehearsed, several takes. I don't believe any of those pranks or anything. They're almost always fake. So I don't think that was annoying him as much because that was the bread and butter. Dudes who sacrifice, if she's willing to do it, I'm sure he's willing to do it. Because if that's his way of getting to the money, then he's going to do whatever he can to get at that. Once the cameras go off, I think Mott hit that on the head. She could have been a completely different person. People don't understand how difficult it is just to be married in general. Once you have kids, that's another dynamic that's tough. Now you're trying that work-life balance, and not everybody's built for that because it's hard. It's not everyone is built for that. You need a person's full cooperation. Another aspect could be her being a victim of her own success. I've watched plenty of women become very successful, and they handle it a little bit differently than men do. And some of us as men make that mistakes too. Those same mistakes where we'll have that amount of success and you're extremely busy. You got the kids and you just may not see eye to eye. I know we really love the idea of being married forever to that person, but sometimes it's way more difficult than that. And I'm not one to champion divorce or anything, but if the dysfunction is so great that it destroys the family dynamic, including what the children witness, sometimes you have no choice.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say I think all y'all got some pretty great points. I haven't been following it that closely, but if I was to guess, I would say what I think happened was when men sacrifice parts of who they are in order to get into a relationship, like taking on a religion or getting with a woman when he's very young that he was infatuated with, he probably made a whole lot of concessions that he was not okay with continuing to make. And as he grew and became more popular, had more money. And one thing you got to understand, if you are seen as a perfect husband and father via social media, you just skyrocketed yourself to the top of the I want this nigga Olympics. Like the women probably was throwing themselves at him in ways he's never experienced before and making that shit extremely problematic for him at home. And one thing about women throwing themselves at you, even if you don't engage with it, what you tend to do is start comparing. Like when she do some annoying shit, you like, I know old girl wouldn't have done that shit. If she start looking away, I know that, sure you look better when I seen her at the, because they throwing themselves at you is readily available, and you get the bird in the hand, bird in the bush playing. So those two things mixed up with a fight, and now he jump out and see what it's like out there. She find out about it, and she won't let this nigga live it down. Because in her mind, he still is the man that's chasing up after her. You know what I'm saying? He not no prize to her. She's the prize in general in her mind since they first got together. So them dynamics just change. Like the Trail Point, people grow in different ways, and I've seen that dynamic play out where somebody is not popping in a relationship with a woman. They get popping, and she look at them still kind of like a little boy, or she don't respect them the way the rest of the world respect them, and they got to operate through that dynamic, feeling like they not being treated like the man that they are outside of their house. and it becomes real hard to sustain that relationship. That's just my guess. I have no idea in actuality.
I agree with that. And to both of y'all's points, Trevor and White, I think that oftentimes, especially circumstances like this, you may get with a woman, and like you said, the history goes back with them. He been trying to get at Shorty for a long time, and probably finally got her. And you find out, like, man, once you done been with her for some time, and you get to know the real her, like, you like, this shit ain't all it was cracked up to what I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you go to a new restaurant or you go try some food for the first time, and everybody been talking about it, and you go get it, you like, this shit's mid, it's all right. So I think it's that kind of situation, to your point. And then also too, you grow in love with the idea of what you think something could be. And you get in that circumstance and reality hits. So
Yeah, look, I think, man, the man just got tired of it. He was ready to mature and grow up and do something different. She wasn't willing to make an audible because they make so much money by doing this joking shit. He was just tired of it. He gets old. This shit don't ever cut off. There's no downtime for them. And plus, they don't ever get to spend no time apart to learn how to appreciate each other because they always together all the goddamn time. Look, I love my wife. I really do. But I need some time away from her once in a while. God damn it. Thank God for this game on Sunday. I'm going to get me some time. She's going to learn to appreciate me. She's going to nag me. She's going to call me about 20 times. I'm sure. Probably even doing a goddamn game. Doesn't mean I don't love her. I just need some time. And I just think this is probably the same situation with them. They always together. They always creating content. Always trying to make money by doing it. She's always joking all the time. And this dude may not have been like that at first. He just started doing it because she was doing it and seen the money she was making. So why don't I get involved with it too? And we can make more money together as a couple. So he probably did, but now it's to the point like, yeah, this shit's getting old. I'm tired of this shit, man. Can we start doing some more mature shit? We always have to do the prank shit. You in your 30s now. I mean, when do you kind of pivot and do something different? And maybe that's what he want to do. She's not willing to do it because she's been making so much money, still getting bookings, still doing her thing, still making money. But he's not ready to do it no more. So he sought attention from a more mature woman, probably. You know what I'm saying? A woman who's not moving and operating like. And I think somebody said it. I think Marcus said it best. Comparing his relationship to other people's. Yeah, that's not good. You don't never do that. But now we got to this situation where now they ready to be done. Now, what Trev may do, do we think this whole divorce thing is a fake? Is it all for a show to try to do something different, to make a pivot? I don't know. But it is what it is.